What have you got?
Jukes. I see someone, but I don't think they're alive.
This house is clean.
Jumpy.
Another dead zone. The only thing alive in here is the smell.
They're not coming back.
Well, if you're gonna ride out the apocalypse, no better way to do it than with some castles and crusades.
Hey, you too. Take only what you need.
They're counting on you. Against all odds, we've made it this far. But we both know that the old ways aren't going to work this time. This journey has changed us, changed you. But it's not over yet. You need the right tools for the job. They're counting on you. Against all odds, we've made it this far. But we both know that the old ways aren't going to work this time. This journey.
What's that you've been reading?
The Andanuth. I found it in that house yesterday.
Good?
Like nothing I ever read.
A new subscriber. Prepare for battle.
A girl. What's she doing?
Just standing there, talking to herself.
She's a guard.
I don't think so. Just a kid wearing a dress.
It's a trap. She's bait.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right.
Maybe. Maybe not. We gotta check it out.
Sam, what are you doing? Sam. Go with him.
Troll Lord Game. Troll Lord Games. Join the fray.
Are we live, Chuck?
Alive!
That needs to be something. Things happen on the internet. I don't meme. I don't know whatever the fuck. I had a fight very early this morning with my computer, and I'm down on technology for the moment. You know, it's such a wonderful thing. Technology's done such a wonderful thing for the modern world. I'm a little down on it at the moment. How's it going, everybody? And this is Ask Me Anything. I'm Steve Chenault. We're a little bit late because I completely forgot about this. I was tip-tapping away on Umbrian. I'm doing my final read on the Umbrian flats before I send it into editing. And Chuck was texting me, and I wasn't reading the text because I wanted to finish my file.
It's all good.
Yeah, it all works out. Yeah. Now, so the tech this morning was, I was trying to set up our release schedule to send the Excel spreadsheet to everybody that we do every couple of weeks. And I opened up the little calendar thing in your whatever over here on what the time is, and you look at the calendar and you go to Excel and the calendar goes away, and then you go up the calendar, you go back to Excel and the calendar goes away. I just couldn't. It was driving me just nuts. So I got onto Walmart and I ordered one of those desk calendars that were from the dark ages.
You know, funny you brought that up today at work. I just had a long conversation with Stephanie last week before we left to go to Knoxville. I'm gonna get me a calendar put right there that I can look at, because
Yeah,
you look at that and it goes away. And you come back and it's like,
and you can, and then we've tried some of these online things, and there's this explosion, this smorgasbord of just colors coming at your face and all these notations and stuff. And I'm like, I can't read all this. I just need to know what I need to do on Friday. I still have
100%.
my trophy. The green ones. Excellent, Bruce Reynolds. That's very, very cool. Those were from the second Gen Con, I believe in 2001 is where we gave the green ones away.
Okay. All right, we got some questions rolling in here. I might as well get you started if you're ready.
Let's get it rolling.
KevCon asks, question, was the Green Wizard part monster because his mother was a witch, or was that just her profession?
Just her profession. No, he is not a monster. He is just, I don't want to say what he is because it's people who haven't played it, it's kind of a reveal moment, I guess. I have to say, next to probably the Unklarian campaign, that Green Wizard campaign is the one I'm most proud of, because I started hinting at that when Mac and Todd and them were like second or third level, and they didn't encounter the Green Wizard until they were 12th or 13th. They just there's just things going on around, and like every 3 or 4 games, they would run into some machination of this figure called the Green Wizard. And I'm like, who is this Green Wizard? But they would get caught up in doing other things, and it worked really, really well.
You get to the point where there's things that are completely unrelated, but the group is sure 100% it's the Green Wizard behind it,
Yeah, well, that's what it became, to the point that Matt got so pissed. He was like, all right, we're going to go find this guy and root him out and kill him. And their first foray, they were not successful. They had to regroup and get more power and go into it. It was really cool. It was just fun.
Well, that is good. That's what you want, for sure. Let's see. Jeff Whitty Art asks, is there a strawberry flavor variant of Dr. Pepper stateside? I saw one in a store here in South Korea. Didn't buy it because it was also sugar-free.
Yeah, there may be. I couldn't. I never look at Dr. Pepper that's not the original Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, he won't. He will not look at it. To him, it's heresy. So, just whatever.
I've never tried any of it. The black cherry or whatever they got.
And to make a point, it's even heresy if it's in a plastic bottle. Okay, just so you know this.
I literally will not drink it. If you see me drinking a Coca-Cola, it's because the gas station I stopped in only had a bottle of Dr. Pepper, and I won't drink it out of a bottle. I don't like bottled drinks regardless. I really honestly think, so I read the other day, this is just mortifying to me, that, where was this? I can't remember the percentages, so I won't even say it, but the predominant amount of microplastics in the ocean comes from bottles, just the bottles that, water bottles, whatever. Second most is from textiles, from clothing, which baffled the living shit out of me. But because bottled water tastes disgusting and bottled soda it can't ever be, plastic doesn't conduct coolness. I have no idea why, but it sucks.
It sucks.
It sucks. It's horrible.
Yeah.
It just should be banned. What are we on? 28th Amendment to the Constitution. 28th Amendment to the Constitution should be single-use plastic on sodas, specifically Dr. Pepper, should not be allowed.
Well, the only flavor I drink is I drink zero sugar, right? The sugar free, zero sugar. But I've tried all the other ones, and they're just always, not all of them. That's not true. There's some that are terribly gross, like strawberry. I don't like any kind of pop like that anyway, right? But I did try the cream soda one or whatever. And it just felt like my teeth were literally rotting when I read the label. You know what I mean? I couldn't do it, man. I tried. It was just too sweet. We still got some tucked back in here, and she's got a few of those. They're cherry Dr. Peppers, which sounds cool, but it's, again, rotting your teeth out. I'm telling you. It's like, even though it's sugar-free, it sure as hell tastes like sugar. Let's see. Chris says, hey, Chuck, welcome back. How was your time? It was all right. I had a little reaction to my medicine I took, so the first few days were not cool, but the second part of it was good. Let's see. What, Jeremy gave my wizard a heart attack? What kind of bullshit is this? That's bullshit. That didn't happen.
Oh yeah, he did kill you with a heart attack.
It's not canon. Nope, sorry.
Not canon.
Mr. Blue says, did the Mega Dungeon Backer Kit campaign naturally end on its own, or was it an inside job? Hashtag
It,
not a
it
conspiracy.
naturally ended on its own. Well, unless Backer Kid killed it at 5:32 this morning.
I wonder if they were like, hey, I have a
Yeah.
question for you, though. I was going to run this by you today. I had a thought last night when I was laying in bed. Not for that one in particular, but for future campaigns. Why don't they just leave them on? So we don't have to worry about a late pledge stage. The stage, they're just there. And then we just sit,
Well, I think-
you know what I mean? I mean, we don't.
Yeah,
don't
I know
really need-
exactly what you mean, and it makes perfect sense. But I think the idea is to create a sense of the original was to create a sense of urgency, so that people can get their funding and start their project. And of course, it's evolved way beyond.
Yeah, beyond that now. And I don't think there's a reason for it because I would much rather send an update and say, hey, this is getting ready to close so we can send off to the printer if you want to make some adjustments or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And that means I don't have to recreate anything ever again a second time. I just do it once, right? You know.
I see. So it's really just to make your life easier.
Yes. You're on top of it now. That's
That's
exactly
a legitimate approach to life. So.
Man, there's a lot to this crowdfunding that I could easily take a disintegration rate to. I'll just tell you right now, okay? Just to end it. Let's see. KevCon asks, question, are dwarves and men related? I've seen several examples where the dwarf was considered a man as kin.
So they're all part of the Fall Aihrde. The Fall Aihrde are those creatures created by the All-Father upon the Forge. So that's going to be the dwarves, the humans, the giants, and I think the gnomes. I can't remember if the gnomes are as well off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure the gnomes as well. So those are the Fall Aihrde, and those are all the ones created on the Forge. So they're related in that respect, but they're not like genetically related, if that makes any sense. The dwarves were created, the humans were created, the humans were created and tossed aside as faulty. The giants tossed aside, the gnomes tossed aside, and then the dwarves were created, and the All-Father said, "Okay, I got it." Made some dwarves, and he quit doing it. So he was a jackass.
Derek has joined the chat, the Geek Preacher. He is lurking, just so you know.
Derek,
what's up, Derek? I saw Thad up down there at Knoxville. Actually, it shocked me, and I said, "Oh, I brought my Dark Space book for you to sign," which I didn't bring my Dark Space book for you to sign, so never happened.
There you go.
I left all that shit here on the desk along with other stuff. Let's see. This is from Mox Owl. I don't know. Do you have a time for your world? What do you mean by that, Frank? I'm not sure. I'll come back with you on that one.
I think it's 1196.
Oh, he's looking for the actual. Well, there you go. That makes sense. Right on. Let's see. Manfred Von Beck asks, question, is someone monitoring the pledge manager for Gygax and Fantasy Worlds? There are problems coming up with it. Please check the comments there. Oh, yes. I'm very well aware, Manfred. I thought I made it very clear that this was just an early thing so we could get stuff up to people. But now people's wanting to change their pledges. They're wanting to add add-ons. And we're not to that point yet. But this is a whole new thing, so I'm working on it. We'll get through it. And I will definitely be addressing that in the next 3 days. That's what I'm planning the rest of this week is to work on that. So, yes. Pastor Welby asks, any status on the Amazing Adventures Monster Compendium or Monstorum?
So Jason turned over about another 6 monsters, I think, late last week. And today I sent over. So take yourself back into time a little bit. There's the Amazing Adventures Player's Handbook and the Amazing Adventures Chronicle Keeper's Guide. Both of these are full wraparound covers. Now, there was supposed to be, and is going to be, a third cover. When Jason Walton sketched the whole thing out, I asked him to sketch out 3 kind of interlocking full wraparound covers. We did the players, we did the CK, and we've now got to do the monster book. So I dredged that up, sent that to him, because that was, a year and a half ago. I sent that over to him this morning, and he's on. I'm sure he'll get it tonight. He works late at night, and he'll start working on the cover here probably in the next 12 to 15 hours or so. And it'll be a full wraparound that's kind of got the same thematic, and it'll connect to, I think it's CK cover, players cover, monster cover. So it'll connect.
I was wondering, I was hoping it would be sort of the same.
Thematic. It's going to be very cool.
I'm really
Jason is planning on having all monsters into me by the end of this month, which would be fantastic. Awesome. He is on target to do that.
Well, that would be great because God knows we love monster books. I do, anyways. Give that shit to me.
Well, on Amazing Adventures, it's fine that we use the CNC monster book, but it needs its own. It needs its own dealio.
Right.
Yes, 100%. He does.
Let's see. Kevcon asks, are you happy with how the Zagged campaign went? I'd like to voice my appreciation for how much the trolls popped on streams over the last few days. Oh, that's good. I was terrified we were tired of it.
I'm very happy with it. It did right actually in the middle of where the spread that I thought that it would do. I thought it would do between 550 and 650. So it did 680. So it did almost square in the middle of that. So I'm very happy with that. I think the estate will be as well. The Mega Dungeon month was pretty cool. If the only complaint I would have on it, and I've already talked to Backer Kid about this, is we couldn't do our own backer train. I think that one of the cool things about the previous Castle Zagged one was there was this wonderful backer train that went on like 11 or 14 hours. It was really fun. A lot of you guys were involved with it, laughing, joking on in the night. And we couldn't do that now because we can't control anything because there's 30 other campaigns. But beyond that, yeah, I'm very happy with it. And thank you for the good work.
Yeah, and thank you everybody for that hung out with us and all this. Man, the update I put out today, I just told everybody, thank you. I have never seen such good support in my entire life. Our community is fucking amazing. It blows my mind, you know. All right, let's see. Kevcon said, "Oh, Jeremy also mentioned a bunch of monsters were cut from the Monsters of Treasure book. Any chance to M&T version 2? Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's been talked about quite a bit. Some of those monsters, about 10% of them were cut because they're just duplicates. They were taken from some of the
Fate.
And the Fae had a lot.
Oh
they were taken from Mythos books. Like there's 3 types of trolls that are essentially the exact same monster. So we cut 2, that type of thing. I think there's like 5 different dogs. So some of it was just that, but absolutely it's sitting there in a file waiting to be touched. And the nice thing is we should be wrapping up. We're indexing the World Builder Archive now. We'll be wrapping those 10 books up in the next 30 to 40 days. Those will be done and off to the printers. The zagging stuff is well under control now. We've got a good writing momentum on that, and which will allow me to jump on to Abstract Codex of the Plains. And then we're looking into 2027, what we're going to do in 2027. And that certainly could land on the table a second monster book.
Mm-hmm. And funny enough, Manfred von Breck tells in that said M&T 2 would be good. A Amazing Adventures Monster 2, Monsters of the Gamma Frontier would be even better.
Yes,
now we're talking. Yeah. I would love that. Let's see. Coop says, Waffle says, will there be a Castle Zagged monster manual? I'm not sure.
So we've talked about that. I've talked to Luke a little bit about that. The deeper we get into Gary's notes and just the stuff that's in his handwritten notes, the manifest, all of it, there's just more and more monsters. So we're kind of mulling over doing a 3rd Castle Zagged campaign with the expansion books for Yigsburg and then a monster book for the castle and Eastmark in general, which I think would be kind of cool. So we are having those conversations.
Yeah, I think that would be.
I will say this. We aren't going to do anything like that until we are done writing the 2nd or the 4th and 5th volumes.
100%.
We're not.
No. Well, I mean, we don't have. It would do it injustice. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, we gotta make sure everybody starts getting these in hand before we do another crowdfunding on them.
And 2 of them mentioned something about a Fiend Factory. All you got to get's the freaking Infernum. You got your Fiend Factory right there.
That's it.
I love that book so much.
I do too.
The troublemaker Sparky says, question, as high as we got, do you think the Gygax Crusader issue could still somehow happen?
I thought about that. I have told Jeremy he's going to, when he and Mike and Chase finish 5A, that I want him to do another issue of the Crusader, but I want it to be issue Crusader 31 and not the annual. We may revisit that annual and do it as its own production piece later in the summer once we're kind of through the thick of this. So it's not off the table because I love the idea of kind of bringing that all together. And if we do, it'll be a separate thing all on its own.
All right. No, 100%. Hey, good to see everybody. Good to see you, David. Hey, Alan. Everybody else going chat. Good to see everybody. Let's see. Raytel says, how about giving the normal and giant animals in the Book of M&T their own full entries? Because the table layout is awkward.
It is hard to digest for sure. We did that. If you think in the Monsters and Treasures of Aihrde, we actually all of them had their own entry, so we could revisit that. I don't know. I don't. The problem is things like antelope and pronghorn antelope and this type of antelope. It gets into kind of
It's a little tedious.
I don't know, a little tedious and a little redundant
Yes.
with herbivores and whatnot.
Yeah, for sure. Sparky says, question, any update on the World Builder PDFs? Oh my God, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, so what we're doing on those, because I know some people are struggling, we're backer kit. I'm scanning through these while I'm talking. I'm scanning through these questions.
Yeah,
we missed one.
I'm sorry. Excuse me.
I want to read this question after I finish on this one because we missed one. It was way back there. Let's see, where did Chuck go? There he is. It's from Delabio. It's about wisdom.
Oh, yeah.
So on the World Builder archive stuff, Pantheon's landed on my desk today. It was supposed to be here last week, but it landed today, so we'll get that uploaded tomorrow. That'll bring 9 of the 10 books into their final completion. And what you're seeing now is BackerKit set up a pre-survey platform that allows us to distribute PDFs before the campaign is printed and everybody ship their goods. This allows you guys to get a better access. And you're going to have an account with BackerKit regardless. One, if you've pledged on the campaign and we've used BackerKit, but 2, if we're doing fulfillment through BackerKit, you've got to have an account. So it kind of circumvents the problems with drive-through RPG in our own store where some people are like, well, I don't have a drive-through account. I don't want to get on drive-through to get my PDF. Well, now it's all under one roof. It's just got some bugs in it. And we didn't get the Pantheon book up, which spooked a lot of people that thought they weren't going to get it. But the real trouble that's been caused, I think, is people don't understand that this isn't the end game. This isn't you putting in your address and paying your shipping fees and doing your add-ons and adjusting your pledges and all that. This is literally just setting it up so we can send you the PDFs in an easier, more efficient manner. That's what this is about.
And Sparky, I see your comment in there. You said you didn't get a survey. I'll check into that.
I went in when I saw, just before you sent all those check, I saw that Sparky server. I just deleted it.
Oh, okay. All right. Right on. That's cool. Yeah. Sounds good. He causes enough damn trouble around here. It's not a problem.
He's the one that called me out. He's the one that called me out.
That's right.
For Martin to me or whatever. I got it. With perception being based on wisdom, make the cleric potentially the most perceptive class. Was this planned? Did you always use this rule to do switch to other attributes? Yeah, so that's funny. That's one of probably my only complaint about Castles and Crusades. I love that game so much, and I'm not saying that because I'm selling it and my brother and Mac. Blah, blah. I love it because it does what it says it does, which is make the game much easier to play. So that I absolutely love CNC for. But the wisdom check for spots, perception, whatever you want to call it, is a little bit exhausting. So I do use other attributes out, make an intelligence check, or even sometimes like I've done this where the fighter is in an environment where there's a lot of battle going on, and he can make a strength check to perceive if the enemy is doing a right flank move, whatever battle stuff. So yeah, I'll shake that up some because you're right. At the end of the day, the cleric becomes the guy.
And one of the things, just to throw my hat in the ring here a little bit, is consider the character that's making the check, what their kind of background is. You may even decide what the attribute's going to be based off their background, because maybe that's how they're going to perceive things better by their skills and what they've been through. Like Steve's saying, maybe the guy was a soldier. He's familiar with things that are, they're soldiering and military and battle. And therefore, if it's some sort of a battle situation or something to do with combat, he's trying to perceive something, his skills, his background, his past may inflict on that, right?
Now the counter to all of that is that the cleric and the druid can see things better, can perceive things better, because they're in tune with the gods, and the gods are guiding, which also makes sense as well. But it wasn't really an intentional thing. I don't think that was discussed at any point in the design.
No, and I don't think it actually ever anywhere in the books. Actually, I don't think it even actually says naval in the system anywhere to use wisdom. I don't think we even.
I don't think so.
I think anywhere else it does say in there, at least the way I've grown up playing it is I move attributes around all the time for stuff.
I do too. I change it up constantly.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Where were we?
Delabio. That's the best.
Oh, so Ardu's over from the guys from down in Brazil.
Keep it up, Tyler. Keep it up. Do what, Chuck?
Our fellow Ardu from Brazil. He says, "How you doing, Steve? I was working on Align the Ropes module in Portuguese. Got some great ideas there. He said.
Excellent. And we're going to try to do that video conference. If not this week, early next week. The crowdfunding campaign is done. It went over, so it kind of drove into our normal what we had planned to do this week anyway. So we're all a little bit behind. But yeah, let's get into that conference so we can talk about the Adventurers Backpack and what's coming next.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's just badass. I got to see him too. It's just gonna be cool.
Oh, I'm so thrilled. It's good stuff. Good stuff for sure. I think, unless I'm as blind as a bat, we are all caught up. But real quick on all that stuff, guys. Yeah, the next few. So Coop, you asked. That's what it was. You asked about which one we sent out. I sent out surveys for the World Builders Archive, but that's merely to get the ball rolling so I can get files in there. As soon as you guys answer your survey, if you just put in there "kiss my ass," it means I can put a PDF up for you. That's all that means. Yeah. Then we can go back around and I can finish setting up the add-ons and all that. Because it's a tremendous amount of work, and we want to get this. We want to be able to get the PDFs out to you as they're coming across, even like previews if we have them. We don't want you to have to wait all the time for them. You know what I mean? And the sooner they're done, the sooner we can upload them, regardless if they went off to the printers or not. Right? You know.
Right. So. That's the key to it. So you got something in hand. The plan currently is to get those to me, all finished files to me by the end of this month. And then in the week or so after that, get them uploaded to the printer.
Yeah. And I think eventually we'll have a nice little working mechanism for this kind of thing, because we're obviously going to continue doing crowdfundings. So we'll just make it part of the work pocket, like an SOP, or whatever. Mock says, do you think something like Greyhawk would work in your world?
So you could probably take, I don't really know offhand, Greyhawk's probably about 2/3 the size of that. I'll bet you could easily take Greyhawk and place it somewhere in the world. Now you'd have to tweak it a little bit, but if the history and whatnot. But if I remember correctly, isn't there like the burning sand, the rain of numberless tears or something? There's some kind of apocalypse that happens in the timeline. I can't remember.
Oh, what is it called? Shit, I know exactly what you're talking about. I've literally retired that in my brain now. I've moved on.
And no, it's Rain of Colorless Fire. The Rain of Colorless Fire.
Thank you, Lando.
You could kind of swap that a little bit with Winter Dark. The Rain of Colorless Fire is the Winter Dark, and then rebuild your world. Yeah, I think it would take a little bit of machinations to get it in there, but the world is huge. This is only a very, very tiny part of it, so you could definitely do that.
No,
Plus, it was just kind of cool because I played Greyhawk like a son of a bitch before.
Oh yeah, he most certainly did. Our next crowdfunding campaign, though, that you asked about, was we're going to be doing one to get Steve a chair, so he can not squeak us to death. Because watch him, he just loves the shit out of that stuff right there.
This is my 1950s banker chair,
and we're going to auction it off for $5.
It is ridiculously comfortable.
Jesus Christ, that's funny. That's funny. Let's see. Why not just get a can of WD-40?
Sparky, I think it's the wood. I don't think it's the.
That's funny shit. We get Davis a high-end mic and headset. We have several times. All right, moving on.
Sparky, 100%. So I went through 3 of those gamers chair with all the comforter bullshit, bullshit. And they all broke so fast, and they really weren't that comfortable. So on the 4th one I got, I was like, you know what? I probably had it for 2 days, and it went out that way into the yard. And then I got online. I swapped this with just a regular table chair from our game room, and then I got online and I said, "Fuck this! I'm going to get a bank with this is called I didn't know it, but this is called a banker's chair." I got on eBay and found one. It shipped from Seattle, and it was made in the 50s. And it is so ridiculously comfortable. It is.
That's wild.
Crazy.
To be
I'll say this. You have to sit in it. So if you have to put your ass all the way back in it, and you're back on that, and it is crazy comfortable.
Sure.
I would recommend them to anybody.
All right, so I'll have to remember that when I'm out shopping for one. Let's see. Pastor Welby says, "Do you have anyone actually?" Oh, you're gonna love this question. Actively creating more AA adventures. Free Fire Zone was great. Need more. Let's watch Manfred have a stroke here.
Oh yeah. I don't know how long it's going to take. It shouldn't take more than a few weeks, I don't think. But we'll have another one coming out soon.
Yeah, it will be very.
I'm not going to say it's Gamma World.
No, of course not. No.
But It'll have mutants.
Yeah, they don't have mutants. Simple as that. Let's see. Oh, there's Jeb Gordon. When Jack send those surveys out, how long should I wait to see it arrive? Jeb, it should have been out the day I sent them out. It just takes seconds. So let me go out. I'm going to be, like I told you guys earlier, I'm going to be spending a good portion of the week. I got to finish some stuff in the morning that I'm going to dive in, and because I've got about 50 emails on it. There's something funky, but that's okay. Like I said, this is a new thing. We'll work our way through it. Yeah, I just got to look at it and see, because I'm not sure why you wouldn't get your survey. That's what's really odd about it. Yeah, it's very strange. I don't know about that.
Yeah, there's some weird. Of course, there's a lot of bounces, and Chuck discovered a couple of years ago that a lot of the emails we send that have troll, whatever, they bounce because the word trolls in them. And just all kinds of weird shit.
It's getting harder. It's interesting, actually, how much more that word's being blocked everywhere. I get blocks all the time more than I used to. The irony of that, guys, was that I found out by talking to the government of Arkansas, where Troller Games is headquartered. So that's how I found out, because I could not converse with them.
We're always on top of it down here.
Well, listen, I think we're caught up on questions for right now, so I'm going to let you loose to the wild there. And we can
all right, well then we'll do a quick rundown on the crowdfunding campaigns.
That's a good idea.
We got a few open. We've wrapped up and shipped all of Adventurer's backpacks, so all of that stuff has gone in your direction. The Adventurer's spell book, we are beginning layout of the book tomorrow. I've gutted the player's handbook. We're going to use that as the core, so Peter doesn't have to relay out all of that PHB stuff. And the Adventurer's backpack spells that were in the original Adventurer's backpack have already been reforged, and those are ready to be inserted, so he'll start plumbing those in. We have not done work on the elemental spells for a couple of weeks, but Chuck and I are going to dive into those Monday and just try to knock them all out in like a 2-day period. We're just going to roll through it and get it done.
I love it.
And that's the lion's share of the spells. And it's got two stretcher word books, Chuck's, which he's diligently writing on at least an hour a day, and then my R&L, which I will finish when I finish the last of the expansion books. And I started on the third to the last. I have 3 expansion books left, and I started on one this morning. The Vorarlberg Basin has begun. Speaking of which, the Eveline Sea Lanes will be released tomorrow, as will Pestilence tomorrow, and the Umbrian Flats goes into editing and is on schedule for next week's release, I think, or maybe the week after. I can't remember. So we should have more of those expansion books out immediately. Then Spellbook is well underway. The World Builders Archive I've already gone over. I want all manuscripts done and completed by the end of this month, with indexes included, and then they're pretty much print ready. And we go to print sometime in June. Earlier the better. Castle Zagging Part 1. All we got left now is 5A5 and half of 4. So Jeremy and Mike think they can be done with that by early June. And then Castle Zagging Volumes 1, 2, and 3 is written. We're already deep into the editing of Volume 3. Volume 1 and Volume 2 are already in layout. We need some art, some adjustments to do. We got to do, but nothing huge on that. And I think, is that it? I think that's it. Did I miss any of them? I feel like there's one more floating around. I'm looking. No. Nope, that's it.
Okay. So a little thing, guys. The Pestilent is a new adventure. I think you guys might be interested in that. I think it was published briefly 20 years ago or something. I don't know, but check it out. You know, if it gets released tomorrow and everything's good with it, there's something for you. Along with that, we're almost out of Aufstragel or of Aihrde areas for you. What are we going to do, Stephen? That's crazy.
I'm telling you, it's crazy. Then on to Aufstrag.
And on to Aufstrag. So Coop, yeah. So it varies by project with where the split payments are. They do have a minimum requirement, but I usually negotiate it down if I have to. But it really boils down to how we lay out the pledge levels. But you can always expect it to be somewhere between right around that level. It can't go too low, because if it gets too low, then they just won't do it. It's something they have worked up through their deal. I don't know, but it has to be worth it instead of somebody trying to split a payment of like $50 4 times or something. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where it's at, but that's a good baseline you're looking at there. Alan from GMS says all the AVP are all done. So that's great.
Sweet. Good deal. All on and off to the back. Good deal.
Oh, that survey, Coop, is about the World Builders Archive. It came out. We did that in 2023, I think, or something. I don't know. Maybe.
Thank you,
maybe.
Nighttime.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. Let's see what else we got.
David's got a very important question for you about the Greys.
Oh yes. Well, we don't have the stat block, but the monster is written, and in he's finished. Jason has finished all of the aliens. And there's a bunch of them. I didn't, and even my UFO reading, I didn't know there was. Of course, I haven't gotten into the experiencer very much. But there's like 10 or 12 UFOs. He's into cryptids. Wait, no, he finished cryptids, and he's into the next category. He's got them in categories, and I can't remember what that third category is. But yes, we do have the stat blocks written up for the Greys.
That's awesome. That is really awesome. I didn't know that. That's awesome. Or I knew it, forgot. So Goki asked, how's the progress on the Adventure Spellbook Reforged? We talked about it just earlier on, I think, for just a second, but I don't know if you went over the episode or not.
In case you didn't, I just gave a recap on that, and just in case you didn't hear it. So we will get the layout started tomorrow on the spells from the spell book. That shouldn't take any more than a half hour or so, and the backpack spells are done and reforged, and those will start integrating tomorrow. And the hope is, Chuck can get one of these pre-surveys set up on the Adventure Spellbook sometime by the end of next week, so we can upload that PDF, and you guys can start downloading and using the Adventure Spellbook PDF much sooner than later. There's a little bit of question about domains we got to tackle, but beyond that, we're doing very well.
And when he said next week, he meant next July is what he was talking about. Just so you know. Let's see. KevCon says, follow-up Gord inquiry. Was it mentioned at some point that adventure modules would be made of the books?
So we've got a very specific license with Gord. We have to be very, 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 very careful. Luke is in our corner, so we might be able to fandangle something, but I can't speak more on that.
Well, it would be interesting with what we talked about earlier about maybe possibly doing a third. Ooh, that would be
very interesting.
Yeah. What's the status? Kevcom wants another stat of Davis's boat book.
I can't get a clear answer from Davis. I'm going to drive up there and start him here pretty soon.
You can drive up. Aren't you heading that way like a week or so up that way? Or
in about a week.
Are you going?
He'll actually be down here. He's got to come down here tomorrow, so I'll ask him tomorrow again. I know he's.
We should go live on stream. So Davis, he'll be sitting there waiting for whatever, and just say, "Brother, how's the boat?"
Oh, he's rewritten it at least once. So
at least once.
I'm hoping so.
Well, he's a perfectionist. He's a perfectionist.
Well, in Davis' defense, he's Army. I was Army. My dad was Army. None of us have any boat experience.
There's no naval experience in the family whatsoever. So.
No, my grandfather was in the Navy in World War II, but that's about it.
Well, I'm sure it'll be. I'm real curious about it. Honestly, I'm curious about it.
It'll be good.
I know it's good.
Actually,
I know.
No, I'm sorry. We don't have a cover for it. Svetlana's doing a cover. I need to shoot her an email. I hadn't heard from her in a while. Svetlana's doing a cover for that.
Oh, is she? I thought you had something that was floating around as a cover. Maybe I just dreamed that.
It's the CoFab. It's the CoFab. That's the CoFab.
Oh,
I thought
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I got you. I see.
So in a weird twist, I asked Davis to write engineering boats. I haven't decided what title is. And then he said, okay, that's great, but I'm going to write an adventure first. So he wrote an adventure first, which is tentatively called CoFab. I think he's going to call it High Plains something. So he wrote the adventure before he wrote the book. So that's part of the delay here.
Yeah, that makes sense. Coop says soda cans have plastic bags in them. Do you know, Steve? Did you know this, Steve? And the feds are trying to require plastic liners in glass now.
So I know that they do put a little bit of plastic in your aluminum for sure.
Because it's so thin that the liquid won't stay in there.
Oh, is that the case? That's
because you break it down, metal's very porous, actually. So yeah.
That's fucking ridiculous. It's just dumb as shit. Having lived now for a couple of decades, the way we manage it's just dumb as shit. When I was a kid, everything was in glass bottles, right? I mean, and you had iron cans, but everyone drank Coke and Dr. Pepper out of glass bottles, and you took the glass bottles to the grocery store, and you got a refund, and they steam cleaned them, and they put soda back in them, and they roll them back out again. It was like the most environmentally friendly thing ever. right?
said, let's just use metal.
Right, let's switch this to metal. And then they decide, let's go to a really cheap metal that'll rust through in 18 seconds. Wait, I got a better idea. Let's do a plastic that will get plastic shards in our eyeballs or whatever is happening with.
We'll put it in the metal.
Yes, right. I don't eat fish, so I don't think I have many microplastics in me because I think most of people's microplastics come from the fish.
Oh, 100%. Bring us back to the old days of pop bottles, man. I'm with you 100% on that.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm not trying to be that. Get off my lawn. It's just, it worked. It makes sense. They're recyclable. They're reusable. But sweet Jesus, we decided to go down the road of morons.
Oh, my God. Jeb Gordon says, Chuck, I just checked. Oh, this is good news for you, Sparky. Chuck, I just checked. Apparently, I was in zombie mode because I did receive and responded to that survey. I just forgot that I had. So clearly, Sparky, check your shit. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe I don't know.
Come on, Sparky, get it together.
Come on, Jeb did, Charlie. Come on, Sparky.
100%. And there's one place you can get glass bottles of Dr. Pepper here in town.
Really?
In Little Rock. Yeah. But I mean, it's like by the bottle. It's like $3 or $4 a bottle. So,
oh my God.
Yeah. I shit you not. I used to go down to Monticello, Arkansas to the Piggly Wiggly. This was just up to 2 years ago because you could go down there and get cases of Dr. Pepper in glass bottles, but they quit. So I don't know. I don't know. None of it makes any sense. If I was a billionaire, I would open up a Dr. Pepper bottling plant, and I would only do glass bottles. That's all I would do.
And you would sit back and just say, "That'll learn you."
That'll learn you.
Take everybody down. Take over the whole world of soda. That would be hilarious.
Piggly Wiggly's awesome.
It is awesome, man. Ernie used to go to. I would go up and see Ernie up there when we go up there, and he'd always be going to the pig, as he called it.
There you go.
The pig.
Jarl is in the room.
Oh my goodness gracious! There should be a potion scene. There is one. Adventurer's Backpack. Look it up.
Yeah, Greg, that's the rub on it. So I get aluminum because at least aluminum is recyclable. The plastic is not. They can't. All these plastic bottles, they're not recyclable. So they just sell them to whoever and they dump them there.
Coop, I think that'll be out in the next couple of weeks. We'll be sending out the Gordon novel for the first 3 or 4 hours. We'll be getting all that stuff together the next couple of weeks and getting it out to people. I think, isn't it right, Stephen? Because we're just sending the retro print, right? The old print.
Of what?
For Gord for the 24-hour, remember?
Yes. Yeah. The one we put out in whatever, 2007.
Yeah, we've just got to get it going through a little bit. I'm not sure what the deal is, but we'll get it out the next couple of weeks. Like all that stuff. We've got that and something else. I don't remember. We'll get it straightened up. Factory update.
And I'll do that real quick after I answer Jarl. The license is specifically for what Gary has written. We don't have a license to carry beyond that. So if he likes, so that the Teeth of Barkash Nor, he had written that, so we can make that into adventure. We can do other things that he had written, but we don't have the license yet to do just random adventures attached to the Eastmark. That would be very cool, and that may be something we explore in the coming months as we wrap up these 3 projects and get the estates a little bit more, lubricant for the various debts that the estate has accumulated over time. So factory update, yes, ironically, we do. I don't know that it's going to fly, but a building landed on my desk, not literally. This morning, I'm going to try to go look at it. It looks, we got the schematics of it. It's zoned correctly. It looks like it has room and the rooms for everything that we need. Its price is about 20% greater than I had budgeted for this project. But that doesn't preclude it. That doesn't stop us from doing it. So I'm going to go look at it the next day or so. On the surface, it looks good. It's the only thing on the table that I've seen in a month that I've been, 2 months that I've been even vaguely happy with. So we'll see. Maybe soon.
Well, that would be good. God knows I would love for it.
It's in BB.
No, don't tell them. They're going to be mad now. What? Fuck it.
It's in BB.
I couldn't believe it.
But it's already so.
I was like, as soon as I looked at that, that's all that stood out was BB. I was like, I know.
Yeah, well, it's all we got at the moment. We haven't bought it yet.
I will say this. It got me excited a little bit. Because it
looks good.
It's got room for a little bit of expansion, which is what I was wanting, and good access to the interstate. Right?
The troll mob already wants to burn it down.
Yeah, they do. Hilarious.
You know, on the plus side of things, for all of the trouble that we had in the previous go at BB, BB does have a great diner in it. So,
Oh, does it now? Does it now?
Yeah, it's got a wonderful diner in it.
Yeah, that's interesting. I like it being. I like the fact that it was close to the arterials for transportation. There's no out in the woods kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's none of that. It's the location's good. Like I said, the price is a bit more than I want to pay. But we'll look at it because we're gonna hit critical mass soon. Now it's all manageable. Every bit of it's manageable. Critical mass is manageable. But when those Gygax books arrive, that's going to be 10 volumes on top of the spell book, on top of this, on top of that. It's going to get a lot.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, John, I've just been traveling a little bit, which but I'm back and
Only
hard at
one
it.
good diner, Ray, that we have found so far. Most of it's just other regular restaurants crap. I'm a big fan of diners. I really like just small little diners tucked off in the woods somewhere. It's very nice.
So you'd be proud of my wife. She counted up 5 different little side of the road motels that we passed. It would have been right up your alley.
Nice, yes.
And they didn't look like flop. They didn't look like flop houses either. They looked like legitimate,
So Tim and I used to do that when we could find a motel, and it was great. We both smoked in those days, and it was great to go. We get in a motel. There's always chairs sitting out of your room. You just go outside of your room, sit in the chairs, prop your feet up, have a drink, have a smoke, and watch
100%.
the clouds tumble by.
Yeah.
It's nice. Hotels are over, back in the 50s and 60s when the country was crazy about traveling. Hotels weren't really a thing. It was all motels, which is motor inns. You drive your car up to it. And hotels are cool, I guess. They're safer probably, but So Kev Con, I'm not too worried about it. It's not zoned light industrial. It's zoned light commercial, CP1 and CP2, which is kind of the CP2 being kind of a generalized thing. So I think we're good. I don't think we'll have a problem. But before I do anything, I'll make certain that we're fine with it. And if there's even a hiccup, we're walking. We're not getting it.
So with Disclosure Day coming, if aliens are real, are you going to add them to CNC and Aired?
Well, they're already in Amazing Adventures. They'll be out when the monster book comes out. So, we were talking to Luke the other night in one of the streams we were doing, and he got to talking about S4. What is it? What is that one's called? That's
which one?
The TSR AD&D S4 module, the Alien.
Oh, Expedition to Barrier Peaks.
Expedition to Barrier Peaks. He got talking about that. I thought, I need to do some kind of UFO thing in the lands of Ursula. Some kind of crash.
Well, I'm going to ask you a question right now. So when I was going through Sea Lanes, I saw the word Saurian written in there, and I about had a stroke. Was that some BS to fuck with me or what? Because
no, it's just
I saw the word volcano and I saw the word Saurian, and I'm like,
so there's definitely volcano. Well, the volcanoes will be in the Saurian Heath, which I'll write after the Vorarlberg Basin. Yeah.
Wait. Oh, well, there was one in there though. Crockle, whatever that little mountain area is down at the bottom.
Yeah, but it's actually you got to leave the Sea Lanes and go into the Saurian Heath to get to that volcano.
Oh, because I didn't read it. You know what I mean? I was editing,
right.
so. But
yeah, the Sea Lanes stop at it's just the coastal regions is included in the sea.
I was literally just, and then I saw that word Saurian, and everything stopped for about 5 minutes, and I was just like, "What? Is there dinosaurs up there?"
No, there's no dinosaurs up there.
I thought you were losing your mind for a minute, but I didn't know.
That Saurian Heath, I believe, is one of the place names over there. I think it's Saurian is, I believe. It's not sorry. So yes, yeah.
Ray Tales has got a crazy question. Does Chuck hate dragon bait from Curse of Abjure Bonds? We killed him in 80 when we were playing back then. So take that for what it is. He became a place on our table. It's some of the best dragon I ever had. Anyways, let's see if there's any other questions I missed. There was a lot of Barrier Peak's great. Now I recommend if you run it though, don't do it in any kind of a tactical tracking movement or anything. You'll be doomed. Did you see the Burroughs trailer for a new Netflix show? Looks like a lot about aliens, said Savage Splendor.
I did not see that. What's it called?
He called it, well, let's see.
Burroughs trailer?
Is that some sort of trailer for Burroughs? Yeah. Now I'm really curious. What is that about?
God, I think I need to find something to watch on TV.
See you, Welby. Have a good
the
evening,
Burrow.
brother.
Yeah. I have actually seen this trailer. That looks pretty good.
Send it to me.
Kind of
I want to see it. I don't think I've seen it.
kind of not a spin-off, but in the same vein as Stranger Danger, Stranger Things, Stranger.
Oh, I see. I thought maybe it was like Journey to the Center of the Earth or some cool shit like that.
No, it's like the 80s in this boroughs and in this neighborhood, and things go awry. Things get weird. I sent the link to you.
Yeah, I got it. Thank you very much. I'll add that to my list of my notion.
We appreciate the support, John.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Yeah. Well, that's all I've got. I know it's getting close to dinner time. How much more you need to do before we get out of here? Because I'm starving.
Nope, you and I need to have a brief meeting, you said.
We do need to have a meeting. Yes, we do need really quick. Yeah. All right. Well, if that's all we got, guys, I think we're going to get out of here. Grace will be back, I think, tomorrow evening streaming. She's been streaming pretty regularly now, so she'll be back. Spaghetti tonight for me, it's going to be chicken casserole.
Nice. I'm going out to dinner. I don't know where.
I mean, is it because you're being surprised or you just haven't picked a place?
Kathy's friends picked the place, so Mark and they're my friends too. But Mark.
Oh, Mark you're going in blind. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know where. That's doing what I'm told.
He just starts looking for the word. He looks for two words: steak or burger.
Yeah, they all know if I'm going, there needs to be a steak somewhere on the menu or a burger somewhere on the menu.
Oh, I'll have a raffle on Friday, guys.
Take it easy. Y'all have a good evening.
All right. Yeah, seriously. Thanks, everybody.